Mr. Gramegna.
Good evening, everyone. Let me first start by congratulating the President, Pierre Gramegna, for putting on the agenda today the important issue of digital finance. These discussions are extremely useful in building a shared understanding of how digitalization will fundamentally transform our financial system. We are fully engaged as ESM in this work, including also in our role as an issuer on financial markets. Digital finance is becoming an essential element to ensure Europe's strategic autonomy and financial stability over the long term. So this work is key, and the discussion today paved the way for the statement that is being prepared for July. On banking union, we had the pleasure to have the chairs of the single supervision mechanism and of the single resolution board with us, Claudia Bourg and Dominique Labouré. They underlined that it is important to ensure that banks are sound and can be resolved effectively in a crisis. This is particularly critical for Europe's resilience in today's volatile environment and in times of geopolitical turmoil. In parallel, Europe faces very large investment needs, and the public sector can meet only part of it. In fact, the essential role is played by financial investments from the private sector. In this context, cross-border consolidation in the banking sector is about Europe's ability to finance its own priorities and strengthen its strategic autonomy. Large cross-border banking groups can help channel savings towards productive investment. They can offer pan-European investment products, help develop securitization through more diversified assets, and better support companies operating across borders. At the same time, we should keep in mind the lessons from the great financial crisis. It is important to remember that larger and more complex banking groups can become too big to fail and create risks across borders. This is why we need to make sure that our safety net is complete. This includes the ESM backstop to the Single Resolution Fund, a credible arrangement for liquidity in resolution, and European Deposit Insurance Scheme, EDIS. Last but certainly not least, the conflict in the Middle East. Let me conclude with those remarks. In recent weeks, the reaction of markets appeared overly optimistic, but as the progress in reopening the Strait of Hormuz has stalled, oil prices have moved up again. And sovereign spreads in the euro area are also widening, although less than in March. We know that even if the conflict were resolved in the near term, its economic after effects would last longer than the conflict itself. If markets reprice more abruptly, financial conditions will weigh further on growth and stretch already limited policy space for governments. This is why countries need to remain disciplined and keep measures temporary, targeted, and tailored, as discussed today in the Eurogroup. Thank you very much.